when I start with it, this is the standard position, which means the bungees are not crossed. They're coming from way up here, the leg bungees, and then they come over to my foot and they lift the arch, and then these are the arm bungees with hand loops. We're going to start calling them finger loops. First thing I do is the slide. I hear that and I go like this, and go like this, and go like this, and I feel it. Feels good, nothing's twisted. Then if it's in standard position, I'm going to use the arm bungees for as many moves as I want, but I'm not crossing them in any way. I can lift them up, I can put them here over the arms, I can go whatever, but they're not crossed as you see. They are just this way, which is why I'm using the inner loop, not the outer. Immediately when I cross them, I'm going to do what we call a front cross. That's A, B, arm bungee, FC, front cross. I use the outer loop, put my fingers here, and then I can have a different feeling because there's more resistance. It's right here on my torso. I can also do one that's very popular. It's called the back cross. I go like this. I cross it like this and back. Of course, I already have a cross, as you can see. So there's a lot of support on the back. Another one where there's a difference in that I'm using them in one hand, we call envelope, or you can say be your own bar, no alcohol. Normally we use the outer loop. This means you have a free hand and you can do other things, which is what we're going to get into soon. You can also do this envelope where we're putting it, one of them in the back. Then what we normally do is use the back one, we'll use the outer loop, and then we may use the inner loop for the one that's closest. Or you'll use both of them. It doesn't matter, it's what feels good to you. But again, this is good for picking up here, right? So you have one hand here and you have the other one with these loops. Now, what people fail to understand is that the leg bungees, as you can see, they're not tight. They're not pulled up tightly here. They're just skimming the side of my body. And when you get the product, small, medium, and large, soon we'll have large, you probably don't have to make any adjustments. You probably will just take it out and use the leg bungees and the arm bungees as they're set up. But this is what people have to understand. You can be here and going like this. We call this triangling. We're triangling the leg bungees. We're making a lot of resistance. We can go sideways, we can go forward, we can go back, we can go up like this, we could go here and put them here, we can put them here, hold them, and then do other things. So we're using the arm bungees, probably not as much because we're using more of the leg, but we can cross the arm bungees behind you and then take the leg here, and you have a lot of use, right? There's a lot of resistance in doing this. So what happens with the leg bungees is that you use them by hooking them with your hands, right? Now I'm just letting the arm bungees lie down. So another part that people have already seen is that this right leg bungee can go on the left leg and the left can go on the right leg, and then you have a big cross in the front, and then you have a big cross here. So there's two big crosses. You can do this standing, you can do it supine, you can do it seated. Certainly you can take these leg bungees, this is very popular, cross them back. In other words, the right goes on the left foot and the left on the right foot, and then you cross these two, and then you have, oh, so much support on your back. You have it from the actual product, which is the X Factor. Then you have the arm bungees crossed and back, and then the legs. There's another one, and this has become very popular, and it's very new, and we do it this way. This is one bungee. People forget that. So you can take this bungee here and pull it like this, and then you put it here. And that means that you have this incredible cross and you are all connected, right? So this, again, you can do standing, you can do it seated, like this, seated, right? Seated. You can do it supine, prone, whatever way you want, in whatever position. You have the ability to take this and put it here. You have the ability to do the other one this way. You also have something which we call figure eight, which we've seen in many videos. Very good when you're doing supine work, the mat work, where we have the cross, but we've done it because we've crossed the bungees around the back of the arch, right? So that's how that's done. So these are the major ones. There are specific ones that people use. One of them is four-leaf clover. There's kimono wrap, where you're taking these bungees, these arm bungees, and wrapping them around your torso in a certain way, just like you would with a kimono, a Japanese kimono. But basically, for most people, they just need to know that the leg bungees are made more taut by how you triangle them or wrap them around your legs or your feet, or you cross them. And doing that literally changes every exercise. For me, particularly when I look at bar, which is something I don't like to do because it's so repetitive, once you use it with TYE4X, it's no longer repetitive and it's much easier, right? See what I just did? This means, watch this. These are loose, right? They're loose. So I'm seated here. I just go like this. I go like this, and all of a sudden I'm a connection. I might as well have a magic circle here. That's how much the connection is, right? And then I can go this way. 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 All these things are here. Or then I just drop it and go back to my computer and type. So we call this Dex Pilates, but we just call it seated. And again, as you can tell from the website, we have Pilates using the wall, but using the wall with this is a new experience. So just as people had to learn how to use the springs and what were the exercises, this again requires some memorization, I guess we'll say in the beginning, but then after that, you can do things that are very, very natural, and you'll come up with your own. I remember kneeling and this going under my knee, right? And I was going to undo it, and then creative director Yu Fujita said, no, do the other one. And so in kneeling, I have a cross. But this is just creativity, and it'll go further and we'll have more. Thank you.